Alright guys, well we're on the bench, and what we have here is a CZ USA P10F OR, or the P10 full-size optic ready. So this is going to be my new training gun. I'm going to run this gun almost exclusively for a while. If you guys watch the channel for a bit, you know I either run like a racy type gun or highly modified guns. And lately it's just been getting kind of annoying. I've been having, with my Poly 80s, just some kind of higher round count malfunctions that are just giving me some grief. So I decided I wanted to try something really close to kind of a factory spec gun for a while and just try and get good with it. So, you know, I've got a plethora of Glocks. Don't have any 17s that are optic ready or the MOS. I do have a couple 17s, but I don't want to send anything off to get milled right now. So I decided to give this gun a try. Also, if you watch the channel, you know I like CZ products. I've got a Shadow 2. I've got a Tac Sport Orange. I've got a couple other things. So this was kind of a natural thing to try. So there's a good look at the gun right there. Again, this is full size. You're going to see a lot of things spec-wise that kind of measure up real closely with kind of a Glock 17. I think the weight on this is about 28 ounces, so it's relatively light, you know, kind of structured as a duty weapon, not too heavy, but that's okay. It does come with interchangeable back straps, and an interesting thing about these back straps is they're pretty wide with what they give you. So it's shipped with the small. I put the medium on it, but you can kind of see the large. Like, look at how pronounced that large is. So the large really does give you like a ball in a socket kind of joint right here, but I found the large just put me in a weird spot for my trigger finger. The small just made the grip too small for me, and I didn't have enough real estate for my support hand. So the medium kind of works well for me. While we're still in here on the grip, we can talk about the front and the back strap. The texturing there is really good. I find it, you know, quite positive from a grip perspective. Again, I haven't shot this gun, so we're just talking figuratively right now. What I'm not too happy with are the side panels here. This is not particularly grippy. It's definitely not cut the same as the rear, or it doesn't feel the same. And I'm kind of a big fan of like support hand grip, and it doesn't give me kind of what I'm looking for. So we might think about doing something there later. Overall, ergonomically, control-wise, everything seems to be fine. I did notice what everyone talks about is how hard that slide stop is. But I've heard with loaded magazines, that's a non-issue. So we'll see if that kind of takes care of itself or not. One thing I was kind of unhappy with out of the box, if I'm going to be honest, is the trigger. When you hear about the P10Cs, things like that, people just rave about the triggers. So again, we're clear. One thing I noticed with the trigger, a flat face, it's actually quite nice. But when you get in, you have a very well-defined wall. Okay, big fan of that. So there's the wall, but watch how much creep we're gonna get before that thing breaks. Are you seeing that? So that's quite a bit of creep, and it stacks. So there you get like partial feeling of a wall, like, so you get a little stacking, wall, creep, 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 break. So I wasn't really happy with that. Same thing with the creep off the reset. But again, it's a striker fired gun, and it seems consistent. So I'm not bagging on it. That's just kind of what happens. I was just expecting it to be a little bit better than it is. That does not mean it's bad. Ships with 2 magazines, I believe they're 18 rounders, metalled body magazines. I expect nothing less from CZ. Looks high quality mags. I did buy a bunch of 21 rounders, factory 21 rounders. A little bit pricey as compared to Glock, but that's okay. You know, not insanely expensive. I think the 21 rounders I bought were like I don't know, 45 bucks or something. And all this stuff came off Gunbroker. This is not a T&E gun. This wasn't sent to me. I paid street price for this. Actually, I paid exactly MSRP for the OR because it was only like 2 of them on Gunbroker. So it is what it is. I buy guns just like you guys do. But yeah, I mean, so far so good. Very Glock 17-esque in a lot of ways. I do like the way that they chamfer the slide. Front sight is nice and bright and visible. Blacked out rear with anti-glare, so that's quite nice. And that's going to stay. So again, optics ready. I've already got the plate here. The C&H Precision Weapons plate is the one I'm going to use. I'm going to put a Trijicon SRO 5 MOA on it. But yeah, you know, I'm not going to go and break it down and go through everything. We talked a little bit about weight. I think the overall length is 8 inches. The width is going to be very Glock-esque. The grip angle will not be Glock-esque. This is a lot more like CZ 75 kind of grip angle, and that's really why I went after it versus, you know, trying to do another like Glock 17 or something. But so far so good, guys. It looks good. So with that, why don't we get this out of the way and we'll just check that trigger since I showed you the creep. Let's see what the pull weight is. I want to say they say it's 4.5 to 5.5. Out of the box, I don't know that I'm buying that. I'm thinking it's probably in the 6s. But again, that's brand new and it will certainly break in. So, let's see if I can get in here without jacking the camera up. Flat face trigger, I probably already mentioned that, but that it feels good. Alright, so now we're into that stacking, like I said. So stacking, 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 stacking. Big creep. 5.3. It's actually a little bit better than I thought. I'll try that one more time. Five, 3 into the creep. Yeah, this one's gonna pull into 6s probably. 6.3. So a little bit of inconsistency. Let's do one more just for good measure. And yep, 6.45. So my gut's telling me this thing's probably gonna break in the mid 5s. But again, I'm not saying that's bad. That's perfectly fine for what I'm going to want it to do. I'm absolutely sure we'll be able to run this gun. But again, you know, I'm not going to sing the praises of it like everyone else on YouTube and tell you it's the best trigger in the world when it's not, because it's not. But past that, I really like it so far. I think it's going to be an interesting gun to run. I think we're going to enjoy it. And I'm going to run this gun until I get good with it. So I'll definitely let you guys know how it does at the range. You will definitely see this more on the channel. And we'll go from there. So see you guys next time. Thanks for stopping by.